So dear students, today I am going to give the structure of DNA and its function. So DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid, which is a molecule that contains the instructions an organism needs to develop, live and reproduce. DNA is found in the nucleus with a small amount of DNA also present in mitochondria in the eukaryotes. You can see that this is the structure of a cell and this is the nucleus, and inside the nucleus there is the presence of chromosomes and which contains the DNA. So DNA structure was given by Watson and Crick in 1953. And discovery of DNA structure was done by X-ray diffraction technology. So if you see the structure of DNA, it is a double-stranded helix, and that in each DNA molecule, it is comprised of two polymer strands coiling around each other to form a double helix structure. These two DNA strands are called polynucleotides as they are made up of simpler monomer units called nucleotides. So you can see that these are the two ribbon-like structures which are coiled around each other. The sides of ladder are made up of alternating sugar, deoxyribose and phosphate molecules, while the steps of ladder are made up of a pair of nitrogenous bases. There are four types of nitrogenous bases: adenine, thymine, guanine, cytosine in DNA pairing. The nitrogenous bases have a specific pairing pattern. This pairing pattern occurs because the amount of adenine equals the amount of thymine and the amount of guanine equals the amount of cytosine. The pairs are held together by hydrogen bonds. So you can see this structure. This is the sides which are made up of the deoxyribose and phosphate, and these are the pair of nitrogenous bases. You can see this structure which is looking like a ladder and the nitrogenous bases, and there is pairing of the cytosine with guanine and adenine with thymine. So in the pairing of adenine with thymine there is double hydrogen bond, and in case of cytosine and guanine there is the three hydrogen bonds. This is a structure of bDNA given by Watson and Crick. Here you can see that two strands are coiled towards each other, and one strand is pairing with the another strand with the nitrogenous bases. So there are the turns, and in each turn there are 10 nucleotide pairs. So you can see that its width is 20 angstrom. So generally adenine pair with thymine with double hydrogen bond and cytosine pair with guanine with triple hydrogen bonds. So then the nucleotides. So nucleotides are the unit structure of nucleic acids. So nucleotides are composed of three components: nitrogenous base, which may be adenine, cytosine, guanine, thymine, or uracil in case of RNA, and then pentose sugar and a phosphate group. So this is a phosphate group, this is deoxyribose sugar, and this is the nitrogenous base. So components of nucleotide, you can see the structure: nitrogenous base, sugar and phosphate group. So building blocks of DNA are the nucleotides which arrange and they will form the polynucleotides. So you can see the molecular structures of phosphate, deoxyribose, adenine, thymine, guanine and cytosine. So there are two types of nitrogenous bases. Generally, they are categorized as purines and pyrimidines. Purines are two-ring structure and examples are adenine and guanine. Pyrimidines are single-ring structure and examples are cytosine and thymine in case of DNA and uracil in case of RNA. So this is the structure which is single ring compound, pyrimidine, and this is the structure of purine, which is double ring compound. You can give the examples of cytosine, thymine, and uracil with the molecular structure. So these are the structures of the purines. Examples are adenine and guanine. So there are presence of major and minor grooves in their DNA. So as a result of double helical structure or nature of DNA, the molecule has two asymmetrical grooves. One groove is smaller than the other. The larger groove is called the major groove, which occurs when the backbones are far apart, while the smaller one is called the minor groove, which occurs when they are close together. Then properties of DNA. DNA helices can be right-handed or left-handed, but the bDNA having the right-handed helix is the most stable. On heating the two strands of DNA, they separate from each other, and on cooling, these again hybridize. The temperature at which the two strands separate completely is known as melting temperature. The B sample of DNA having the higher melting point. It must have more C and G content because CG pair has 3 hydrogen bonds, which gives it the stability. The sequence of bases along the DNA molecule encodes for the sequence of amino acids in every protein in all organisms. So DNA is made up of two long chains of nucleotides which are joined by the hydrogen bonds. You can see the double helix structure, and this structure, complete structure, sugar, sugar, phosphate, nitrogenous base, it is forming the nucleotides. And this is the, on the sides, this is forming the chain sugar, phosphate, and in the ladder, these are the nitrogenous bases. The guanine and cytosines are complementary, as are the adenine and thymine. So you can see the details of nucleotide bases here. So you can just see the structures of purines and pyrimidines, which may be single ring compound or double ring compound. So purines double ring compound, pyrimidines single ring compound. This is a structure of ribose, this is a structure of deoxyribose, and these forming the nucleoside without phosphate group, and this is forming the nucleotide with phosphate group. So there is base pairing. Always complementary bases are bonded together. So double hydrogen bonds between adenine and thymine, and adenine and uracil, and triple hydrogen bond between guanine and cytosine in both DNA and RNA cases. You can see the triple bond here and the double bond here. So these are the RNA and DNA. So this is the RNA nucleoside, and this is the DNA nucleotide. So RNA is single strand and DNA is double strand. So functions of DNA. So DNA is genetic material in most living organisms. It carries genetic information from cell to cell and from generation to generation. It stores the genetic information and directs the protein synthesis. It determines the genetic code and directly responsible for metabolic activities, evolution, heredity, and differentiation. It is a stable molecule and holds more complex information for longer periods of time. And the main function of the DNA is the transcription. You can see the structure here, the genome, gene, how it transcribes to form the RNA. So this is the transcription. So there is central dogma that DNA forms the DNA forms the RNA and RNA forms the protein. So this is unidirectional flow equation, which represents the central dogma of fundamental law of molecular biology. So central dogma means DNA changing into RNA, it is a transcription. RNA changing into protein, it is a translation. So this is the diagram showing the synthesis of mRNA from DNA, which is named as transcription, and then this mRNA moving from the nucleus into the cytosol. Here it along with the ribosomes undergoing the process of protein formation or the translation. So transcription is a key step in the gene expression. So transcription makes an RNA copy of DNA. So this is all about the structure of DNA and its function, and just its types of nitrogenous bases and types of nitrogenous bases, purines and pyrimidines, etc. Thanks.